Hey there, guys and dolls. Da Big Kahuna, Tommy J, coming to you from the Bat Cave. This is going to be a little bit of a different vid. This is kind of for some folks who haven't known me. This is kind of going in line with where the channel's going, kind of covering some of our commercial stuff. So without any more ado, I'm going to kind of get into it. Be talking behind the camera, kind of introducing myself, what's going on here. So let's get into this thing. So you are in the Bat Cave. This is Elven Alchemy, and we are working with Ouroboros Farms. And what I'm about to do is show you a little bit of how your microgreens are grown. This is not your grandfather's microgreens. I think that's one way to say it. So this is a system, we call it the yacht or the beast. This section is able to dark out, as is down here. Oh, that light go out? Utility light went out. That's okay. We have plenty of lights, don't worry about it. So there's 6 4x8, 4 foot by 8 foot flood and drain trays in here. And what we're doing is running a very specific remineralized aquaponics solution here. So this is actually an extension of aquaponics, but dialed in very specifically to eliminate some of the live active biologics. So it's like beyond organic, and it's a little on the expensive side, I'll give you that, but we believe, and we're getting some of the stuff out to some of the chefs, and we're going to show you what's different about it right here. Is so with some of the seeds we're starting with the sunflower seeds, because they are like the most obnoxious that there are. They are unbelievably prone to funguses and molds. And to abate that, we have sterilization processes that we follow, and the growing environment is also very, very clean, with HEPA air filtration, ozone suppression of mold spores and yeast spores, things like that. So then on top of that, we take the seeds and we place them inside of silk. So this, what you're looking at here, these were seeds that have gone through the sterilization process and are now just floating. I just stopped the draining and stuff just to take a little shot here. So we lay the seeds out. They're all laying out there in the silk. There's a substrate below there to calibrate two different plant requirements, the amount of moisture that's held below. You'll see the substrate in a minute. Then on top of the seeds, we again place silk. And then on top of the silk, this is the same substrate that's below, and depending on the amount of layers is how much water it will hold. It's inert, doesn't impart anything, doesn't suck up anything. Easy as heck to clean. Just drop it in a bucket with a little hydrogen peroxide. You're done, ready to roll again. So the substrate goes on depending on what seed you have going, how thick that is. Keep some moisture on, and then as you're moving further in the process, you can remove moisture on the top if you want, and just go with protecting the crop from anything. Not that we have anything in the air, but if there was something in the air, protecting the crop from anything from above. And then an aerated tray is placed on top, a very, very heavy-duty tray. Which is important because we're using it for weight distribution for the bottles. And just so you know, I know you don't know me yet, I don't drink this much. You haven't seen my lab if you're new to me. There's a number of things, extractions I have to do, getting different components out of plants in the lab. And ethanol is a very good solvent, and depending on what you're doing, the percentages of ethanol to Water is, perfectly fine. If you have something more specific, I would, obviously take this and, run it through some like 3 angstrom molecular sieves to get it all clear, so that I could do, a anhydrous ethanol extraction. So I don't drink that much, but I use this much alcohol in the lab, okay? And as long as I'm buying the alcohol, there's sometimes, for experiments especially, I'll just buy it in this form, because the bottles are handy as heck. I can reach across there, and I'm handicapped. I can pick up very little weight, so each one of these is like 6.5 pounds. I can handle that, and they're soft and round. I can pull them forward to get the weight off there if I need to, or anything like that. And the front trays will all have the weight, so I'll know what's going on in the back. But that makes it easy to work. Just so you know. So what winds up happening is then all the seeds have been placed in there. Now they're going in for the germination. From this point on, all they ever see for water is what comes up from below. So they're kept insanely clean. The sides, if you haven't seen this yet, like this black fabric is laying down here. There are rolls of it up there. Poop covers everybody up, stays nice and dark in there. And this means that these seeds never have anything on them from like somebody's countertop. Now, I keep my stainless countertops and everything clean. We have the hydrogen peroxides, the alcohols and everything that we spray, for doing all that. But a lot of what you'll see when growing microgreens are placing trays on top of trays on top of trays. And every time you pick a tray up, it has a chance of picking up cooties. And Ouroboros Farms grows righteous lettuce and cut and come agains and different things like that with their aquaponic method. The cleanliness of it, the efficiency, the water savings, on and on and on, the nutrient density per square foot on the farms. It's just an amazing, amazing story. And this is an extension of that story, taking it to the next level in this sealed environment. This place is sealed up like a gnat's. A family show here. This place is pretty darn sealed up, which keeps it clean, because the next Ouroboros Farms is actually going to be a complete sealed facility, not open to the public or anything. So just wanted to let you see, you have some different things here than what you might be accustomed to expectation-wise from microgreens. This is overkill, no questions asked. The reasons it's overkill is the requirements for the project were to provide as near to sterile a source material for inclusion in a skincare product. So this is the answer to the commission, and the byproduct of it is some of the chefs, imagine you're one of them watching this, you'll get to have these available for your palate of what you offer yours. One last thing before I blow out of here. I was a commissioner and a garde-manger. I attended the CIA in Hyde Park, New York. I worked for like Johannes Katterbach, executive chef. I've worked in multiple country clubs, obviously doing the decorative side of things in the garde-manger work. The aesthetic of what is presented is everything. If you haven't seen them, if you're not one of the chefs that have already gotten them, you're going to get them soon. We're just going to let what comes out of here stand on its own. I think you'd be pretty darn proud to have it on your plates. And when you know the backstory of the cleanliness and how it gets there, the no runoff farms running on 5% of the water of any other form of agriculture, the closed loops, the cycles of products being used and returned into the environment, enhanced from how we got them. I think you're gonna enjoy it. Really, really do. Just one chef to another. I don't, I don't do any chefing anymore. Haven't for decades. But that doesn't mean the passion's not there. And I think when you see what we put out of here, you're going to understand that, oh yeah, a chef did that. Okay, this is Tommy J signing out. You can be checking out Elven Alchemy. That's the main gig going on here. That's an association, actually. Elven Alchemy is a subsidiary of Ouroboros Farms. And really looking forward to getting these things in your hand and getting your feedback. Just excited to know how you're using them. Okay, ciao.